we didn't have a lot of public opinion about this. It's just the state deciding that we're going to get serious about this. But you only see this shift towards public supporting using it in the early 2000s.
What happened?
The former law minister, who's currently the US ambassador to the
Nazir
US.
Aziz said in around 2000 that we are studying what this means to abolish it, something along those lines. You can
Right.
fact check me on it. Then people started paying attention. No, we need to keep it. No, we need it.
Do you remember what was the impetus for that? Because he doesn't strike me as the most progressive kind of conscious individual.
Actually, no one really knows why. I mean, given that in the 2000s I was still in secondary school.
It's one of those baffling things where like
Yeah,
someone
baffling.
says something so out of character,
Yeah.
you go like, wait, what?
Betul. But
Yeah.
it did elicit reactions, and likewise we saw those reactions when the late Dato' Liu said he wanted to fully abolishing the death penalty. Again, we saw that spike in public opinion like, no! I think back in SAVES, I wrote a couple of pieces. Then I got really interested in it. Then I went to work for Khairi Jamaluddin at the center. We did a lot of good work, and my manager was like, Java, you're going to work on public opinion towards death penalty. And I was like, huh? Then I learned a lot more about how weird people think about punishment.
Jadi, what was the survey that you guys did?
I literally called it How Do Malaysians Really Feel About the Death Penalty? We actually went further than that because academically we shouldn't be asking binary questions.
Oh, okay.
Right? So what we did, and which is in line with Prof. Roger Hood's work, beyond just asking whether they support it, we also gave them real cases where they get to be the judge themselves. I give you jail, I give you community service, I give you death penalty, but judges can decide. Back then, death penalty, but judges cannot decide. It means automatic. So when we give people these options, people started to waiver. So we could actually academically and statistically track from the survey office. Yeah, death penalty. Then we come to the cases. Will you actually use it when you're the judge? I give you all the details. Not 100%.
How many?
I think in the more grey area cases, like a young boy getting caught or a woman getting deceived, not more than half.
So less
Still
than half.
Way less than half actually still wanted the death penalty.
But overall, if not given that kind of context, the majority of Malaysians would still be in support
So
of death penalty.
in our work, that's why we make it so important that whenever we talk about a case or multiple cases at the same time, we keep putting out these are the realities of which they came to be convicted. Now I force you to face these realities. You as a judge, would you still choose the death penalty? So I'm making you aware of all the things that might challenge your moral beliefs a little
the
bit.
nuances lah.
The nuances. For example, we actually asked if this touches into murder a little bit. A domestic violence victim stabbing her shitty husband to death. Death penalty? Yes? No? No. Because some people will say no. So where does our support really lie? Is this really true support for the death penalty?
We know something needs to have consequences. This is just the automatic consequence.
There's
Yes.
a knee-jerk reaction to Malaysians saying we have the death penalty for drug trafficking. So we are trying to keep drugs out. It makes sense, you know. In your immediate head, you go like, oh yeah, you know, I don't want drugs to come to my country. Let me just kill anybody who traffics them to show a lesson so that everyone learns, right?
Which is also kind of ironic from our point of view because since when do Malaysians trust our judiciary so much? Right? We don't trust politicians. We don't trust judiciary. Tapi we trust them enough to decide who to kill.
Thanks for watching Siapa Makan Chili.
If you have any guests that you want to see, please leave us a comment.
And don't forget to subscribe.